with no attempt of trying to subvert the previous performance of the witness before us, but I think today is doing much better. I thought it's important that I make that statement.
Are you saying he has the helmet on his head?
Yeah. No, Mr. Nkabinde, you've been with IPIT since 2010, right?
Yes, correct.
I think you are going to be an asset to some of us because the obsession here is to drill down, and we want to trace back all these allegations so that we'll have an understanding of when they started to feature in the operations of SAPS. Now, when General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was here, when he was describing your relationship, he said that you guys started to be close when you had problems at IPIT. Apparently, you applied for a post for which you were not appointed, and that's how you got close to each other. Can you say something about that? Is it true? Was it a true reflection of what you know? If you want to make some additions, you are free to do so.
It is very correct that during my hardship from IPIT, General Mkhwanazi was a person supporting and next to me because he was not also in support of what is happening in IPIT when it comes to state capture. So now when I'm reporting this, he was also happy that someone could stand up against the state capture. So he is correct that I ran to him and share my frustration.
So, in your belief, were you unfairly treated when you were not appointed, or the processes were fair and you were excluded on merits?
The post that I was unfairly treated, when I left IPIT, then I was outside government. Then at some stage, there was a post advertised in the SAPS. Then I applied. When I applied for that post, I was invited for an interviews. Then I became number 1 to that post. I was recommended for the post. Then while I was waiting for an appointment letter, Paul O'Sullivan sent an email to the then National Commissioner, General Stoll. And in that email, he's saying, you dare appoint that man, Kabinde. And he copied me in that email. Then at the bottom of the email, he wrote to me, Kabinde, how do you think I would miss this? Because I told you I won't let my eyes off you. So that means, according to Paul O'Sullivan, I must suffer for the rest of my life while he's still alive. So that's what happened. And indeed, I was not appointed based on one email from Paul O'Sullivan. The way is so powerful.
Okay.
Can we just request SC, because it's now Honorable Nomvalo's time to ask questions. The camera can't locate him because he's sitting right behind you. It's just 1 minute, don't worry. Are counting your time in light years, not in minutes.
Can I proceed, Chair? Well, I forgot to ask you, should I address you as Mr. Nkabinde?
Yes.
I'm asking because the issue of titles is very important. Someone came in here as a professor. When we went for lunch, he was a doctor. When we finished, he was a Mrs. So it's very important that I capture your title accurately. Now, you are saying Paul O'Sullivan wrote an email to the National Commissioner.
Yes.
Who is this Paul O'Sullivan? Because even General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, when he came here, he spoke about him. What is his interest in SAPS? Does he play any official role in SAPS?
He does not play any role in SAPS, but is in charge. Because he can send one email and everything stopped.
So
I even, through you, Chair, I even took that matter to Labour Court. How on earth an outsider send one email, and I've got all the proof that I got the post. I'm recommended for the post. How on earth an outsider send one email and my appointment is stopped? And while that Labour case is going on, it was when Minister Mkhunu appointed me. Then I had to then withdraw that post because it was a lower post anyway.
So according to your understanding, what triggers his interest in such operations as an outsider? Why is he so interested?
There's a long history because the report that we are referring to in this house, it also implicates him. In fact, that is a report that I was reporting what McBride and Paul O'Sullivan are doing. So I know they just hate me with passion.
Okay.
Including Sesogo,
Yeah.
the one that is with IDEC.
Did you ever have a relationship with Paul O'Sullivan?
No, not at all. He was working with us.
Well, what do you mean working with you? Because he is not, he does not have any official responsibility, right, at SAPS?
That was exactly what I was reporting. He was leading us, but from outside.
Did he ever, besides the influence that he had on the position that you applied for, notwithstanding that influence, did he ever have any influence in SAPS? Did he ever influence anything despite what you have mentioned?
Not only in SAPS, he's running IPID, he's running SAPS, he's running NPA. You know what General Mkhwanazi is reporting about the state capture? This is a real state capture. Because even the docket, if the docket involves Paul O'Sullivan, there are two dockets are there lying dust in the NPA. In fact, it was even removed from a black prosecutor.
So did he ever, I'm trying to connect some dots.
When we talk about this thing, I become very emotional what is happening between me and Mkhwanazi. Because I was fighting this with him.
So you were fighting this interference?
Yes,
this
with him.
Undue interference, yes, by Paul O'Sullivan?
Me and Mkhwanazi, we are one WhatsApp group. So I don't know what is, maybe I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because these are the things that, even what he's reporting now, these are the things that me and him are fighting, state capture.
But what I'm trying to understand here, Mr. Nkabinde, is how does he successfully interferes in SAPS operations? Does he has people that he works with in SAPS? Is he connected to some influential people who just take instructions from him? And if so, who are those people?
Yeah, he works with very senior people in SAPS in such a way that even with that appointment, my appointment, they leaked it to him. He even wrote there that I know about an imminent appointment of Kabinde. Then you dare appoint him. So now how does he even got internal documents.
So do you know who he works with at SAPS? Can you specify people with whom he has been working to influence SAPS operations?
Not really, but it shows that because he knows everything in SAPS, but you wouldn't specifically say this did what when.
Okay. So while you were still working for IPIT, did you ever get any instruction from him? Or did he ever try to influence you to take a particular position?
Yes, he was giving us instruction.
How was
He was in charge of us.
How was he giving you instructions? Was he calling you, or he was coming to your offices, or he was sending you SMSs? How did it happen?
He come to the office, he hold meetings with us to tell us what to do. At some stage, he will go and interview our witnesses, portraying as if he worked for IPID. Having our letterhead of IPID, he will just call you to come and sign, and it's done everything.
Yeah, because you know what I'm trying to understand here is how does an outsider who does not work for SAPS how does he has so much influence in SAPS operations? Where is he getting those powers from? I mean, it means the system is very loose at SAPS. Anybody can just go in and call staff members and invite them to a meeting. Is it loose to that extent that anyone like myself, I can just go to any SAPS offices here or IPIT offices and say, guys, let's meet in the boardroom, let's have a meeting and give you instructions?
Yeah, no, they are in charge. He is in charge.
But where does he get those powers from? Because for you to be in charge, you must get powers from somewhere.
Hey, we don't know. Maybe this, at least now, it's revealed now to the higher authority in Parliament.
So
because this thing was never even attended to. My report was never even interrogated, except that Minister Cele used it not to renew his contract. But the allegation, they were never dealt with. In fact, I'm the one who's suffering outside. That even when I've got an opportunity to get a job, Paul O'Sullivan will send one email to stop me. Now, it means even this appointment, I only got it because it was a hierarchy from a political office. He could not stop it.
Yeah. So what you are saying here is that you were not appointed because of his influence.
Yes. One email.
To the National Commissioner.
Yes.
So the National Commissioner acted in accordance with the instructions of Paul O'Sullivan.
Yes.
Okay. So did he ever influence a dismissal of anybody or a removal from any position of any person who ever worked for SAPS?
Yeah, that was the project that we were in, which is part of what I was reporting. The project was to make sure that General Pahlane does not get appointed as a permanent national commissioner. He was an acting national commissioner by then.
No, wait. So when you are saying it's a project that you were in, do you also involve yourself in that project?
Hence, I reported it, yes.
So you were a group that was plotting against General Patlane.
We were in that task team that were plotting with an instruction of McBride and Paul O'Sullivan.
So how were you plotting? Were you holding physical meetings or?
Physical meetings and how we're gonna do it. That's why I ended up reporting this. It was against my conscience, but destroying people. Then Patlane was then suspended. Motiba came in as an acting national commissioner. We go for him.
So tell me, why was Patlane a target?
The main thing was that there was no permanent national commissioner. Patlane was acting.
Yeah, sorry, because I also want to move with you. If you don't mind, and if you can remember, can you cite times, years and months to say at this time we plotted, at this time we did this and that, so that we can move together? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was a year 2017 where we were busy with plotting to remove Patlane. He was an acting national commissioner. The main reason, Paul O'Sullivan wanted McBride to become a national commissioner. So we were targeting everyone who occupied that seat. Because Paul O'Sullivan want McBride, it's like in IPID, powers are limited. So McBride must become a national commissioner. So the project was to remove everyone in that seat.
Yeah, because my recollection is that, well, I might be wrong because it happened some time ago. My recollection is that Patlane was suspended.
Yes.
And part of the reasons for his suspension was an issue of blue lights and I think a sound system.
Sound system.
There was a story about blue lights and the sound system. Those are the reasons. So I'm trying to now weigh those reasons with what you are saying, against what you are saying, because you are saying he was suspended because you guys plotted against him, and then what was reported in the public domain are the reasons which I've outlined. So were those reasons fabricated?
Yes.
How were they fabricated?
We created a scenario where we have a search and seizure to go to his house to look for the sound system that he bought. But the aim was not about sound system. The aim was to come with the media. Acting national commissioner's home was raided, so that the president will have no choice but to remove him.
So you came with the media?
Yeah, the media was plotting with us.
So you plotted with some journalists?
Yes.
And then the other story of blue lights?
No, the other story, blue light, it was after he was not even already, he was already removed.
He was removed.
Yeah, it was other.
But it also implicated him.
It also implicated him. And in that blue light, the target was him. Because they were looking for him in all angles. Even the blue light story was part of that.
So the gist of all of this was a power struggle.
The gist of all this is to usurp power in the criminal justice system. Because our targets were in different departments. NPA, SSA, IPED, SAPS, all of those. The plan was there, how those people have to be targeted so that they would get removed.
Now, you said you were plotting, so I assume that you were plotting as a group. Are you in a position to mention other people who were part of that group that was plotting against
I
Phahlane?
can give one example, just one example here in my report. In one paragraph here, it was a well-known fact that Mr. Robert McBride wanted to become a national commissioner, and he was telling some members of task team that he was considered for the post.
Sorry, before you go on, we are talking about a task team here. Was it a factional task team or it was an official task team? Is it a task team that you established yourself in pursuit of what you wanted to achieve, or it was a task team of SAPS, an official task team?
Now remember, this is IPED.
I mean, sorry, of
This is
IPED.
IPED,
Yes.
then McBride
Yes.
established a task team. Then he recruited us from different offices to become
So
the national task team.
he established a factional group.
Yes,
So you were part of a factional group.
yes.
Okay.
And we even the name of that group, it was a Phahlane task team.
So the name, did you have documents? I don't understand. What do you mean the name? Did you have founding documents of this factional group? Where was it termed, or you had a WhatsApp group?
Yeah, but we were reporting directly to McBride.
So you had a WhatsApp group.
Yes.
That's where you were plotting. So that's where this name was written, Phahlane Group. I mean,
The
Phahlane.
name of the group, yeah.
The name of the group was Phahlane.
Task team.
Phahlane task team.
Yeah, because the task team was established solely for him.
No, Chair, I think we'll make a submission, but I think it's very important that we invite General Phahlane to come to the committee. Yeah, you can carry on. I interrupted you while you were still speaking.
I was just want to make one example in this paragraph that there was a meeting that took place at Mr. Paul O'Sullivan's house. This house was a former house of a well-known Rondeville creature, whereby Mr. Paul O'Sullivan was chairing this meeting. And among other people present in this meeting, it was Mr. McBride, Mr. Mandlakayise Mahlangu from IPED. He was with our task team, the late Mahlangu, Mr. Cedric Nkabinde, myself, Sarah Jane Trent. She was a Paul O'Sullivan assistant. A white lady called Candice from Crime Intelligence. Mr. Shedrack Sibia, the former Gauteng Hawks boss. 2 white males, representative from AfriForum and from DA. And a white lady as a journalist. The main purpose of this meeting was to plot how to bring down Phahlane to ensure that he was not confirmed as a national commissioner. AfriForum representatives guaranteed that the funds were available to carry out this mission. And Paul O'Sullivan...
Sorry, I'm sorry for interrupting you. You forgot to mention the year. When was that? 20...
This report is 28 April 2018.
2018, when you were about to leave IPED.
Yes, so okay. This probably towards the end of 2017.
Or towards the end of 2017, okay.
The main purpose of the said meeting was to plot how to bring down Phahlane to ensure that he was not confirmed as a national commissioner. AfriForum representative guaranteed that the funds were available to carry out this mission. And Paul O'Sullivan was responsible of spying on Phahlane to find anything. The meeting sought to plot how to usurp power of the entire security cluster, NPA, Crime Intelligence, SSA, DPSI, and specific individuals were identified from the above mentioned department to be targeted, the purpose of which was their removal from the same position. Mr. McBride gave assurance that IPID will go after them and Paul O'Sullivan will be a spy on them.
Okay, no. Can you do me a favor, Mr. Ngabinde? If you can summarize, because there are some questions which I want to ask you, and I'm afraid I'm running out of time. The gist of that meeting, even if you don't read word by word. So the gist of the meeting was to establish a plan to get rid of Phahlane.
Yes.
And in that meeting, you identified Paul O'Sullivan as a person who is going to spy.
Yes.
On Phahlane.
Yes.
So that was the first meeting of that formation.
That was the first item. The other item was to identify other role players in other departments.
Yes. So what was the common interest here against Phahlane of these people? What was a common interest against Phahlane and in favor of McBride? Why was Phahlane not preferred, and why was McBride preferred?
Because Phahlane did not comply with Paul O'Sullivan. So Paul O'Sullivan could not control Phahlane.
Whereas he could control McBride.
Yes.
Okay. And then ultimately, the goal was achieved because Phahlane was suspended.
Yes.
So according to your evidence, the reason why Phahlane was suspended was because of this plot.
Yes.
And nothing else.
Yes.
And everything else which was reported was fabricated.
Yeah, that's why he has never been arrested on those things.
Okay. And then
that is why allegations are very dangerous if not proven. Because we have people like Phahlane now who they lost all their livelihood. So it's very important to prove allegation and test them.
So with this blue light case, they were just fueling a plot which was already in existence.
So that there will be more halabaloo.
So which company was supplying blue light?
I can't remember. Instrumental Law something.
Yeah. Were they charged, that company?
Yes.
Were they formally charged?
Yes.
Do you know where the case is now in terms of progress? Is there anyone who was arrested, prosecuted?
They are going court even now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no one has been arrested.
No, they were arrested. They are appearing in courts now.
Or they have not been convicted?
They have not been convicted as yet.
Okay. And then when the NDPP was here, I asked her about her relationship with Paul O'Sullivan. And I asked if she knows Paul O'Sullivan. And then she said in her reply, she doesn't know Paul O'Sullivan. She only hears about him. Subsequently, I asked her about a case. I think we got some information somewhere that Paul O'Sullivan was once charged and prosecuted, but charges were later withdrawn. But let us start here. According to your knowledge, is Paul O'Sullivan also interfering with the NPA?
Yes.
Do you know who is his link in the NPA?
No, I don't have a specific individual, but why I'm saying that, it's because the case against Paul O'Sullivan it gets stuck in the NPA.
Okay, so the case for which he was charged and prosecuted related to what?
It's related to what I'm reading out in this report.
He misrepresented himself as an IP employee.
All those things, yes.
Yes. Do you
And
know?
then he was charged, and McBride was charged, and the case was withdrawn to get a racketeering certificate, which is up until now. Instead, it was removed from another prosecutor to the other, but it does not come back to court.
Yeah, because
over 5 years now.
Because we requested the NDPP when she was here to tender a progress report in that regard, and we were patiently waiting for that report. But do you know who was the prosecutor of the case? Who was dealing with the case?
Yes, I know.
What is his name?
Advocate Mashego.
Is he still working for the NPA?
I think so. At DPP's office.
So he's the one who was handling the case.
Yes, and the investigating officer of that case is Major General. He's now acting as a divisional commissioner here in the head office SAPS.
Yes. So, according the chair is saying I'm running out of time. I so wish I can have 4 hours with you today, because there is more information that you are giving. The last one. Do you think Paul O'Sullivan has a funding that he gets somewhere which agitates him to have this uncontrollable appetite on issues of SAPS, or he's just being flamboyant for no ultimate benefit? Can you give a response? I won't come back. Thank you very much.
It's written in this report that he do have fundings from overseas.
So the funding is specifically for the task that he is pursuing.
Yes.
To interfere with the work of SAPS, of the Justice Cluster.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair.
6 minutes past 6. Your time expires.
Thank you, Chair. Once again, good afternoon, Mr. Nkabinde. I must say that what you just testify about here, though we know we're still probing, we still say these are allegations. But indeed, I want to give General Mkhwanazi a salute that today you've spoken about the issue of the state capture, that the state capture, the real state capture is now. Am I right?
Yes.
It's scary that there was a task team which was established in particular to focus on the former acting National Commissioner, General Phahlane.
Yes.
I understand that, as you said, this thing makes you emotional and being a target as well. You risk your life as well today by revealing names here. And I want to thank you for your bravery, that it takes a man to do what you have done just now. The issue of Paul O'Sullivan, who were told that he's got many passports, am I right?
Yes.
Now, I think SAPS must arrest that man with immediate effect. Now, I'm going to start by saying to you When the boss of IDEC was here, Advocate Andrew Johnson, I posed a lot of questions, and I think I'm going to do that to you today. Do you believe that there's an Indian cabal at IDEC?
I can't be sure of that because I've never interacted with them or worked with them.
Do you know Parumel?
Yeah, there is a chief of Perumal.
Yes.
Yeah, there is there.
Do you know Beluch? What is it? Beluchun?
Luchan, yes.
Sunij?
Yes, he's there.
What is your relationship with them? Are they rogue? Because, you know, there was an issue with Advocate Patoyi that he was very sensitive that we should not use those words loosely. But what we receive, let me just make a disclaimer. I sit in the Police Portfolio Committee. There's a lot of people who are sending us their frustrations like they are sending to you, as you said, almost 100, am I right?
Yes.
Now, this so-called, inverted comma, alleged Indian cabal works with a prosecutor called Advocate Kailas Chabalala. Do you know him?
No, I don't know him.
You don't know Kailas?
Yeah. Not by name.
I'm sorry?
I know the name, but I don't know him.
Okay. Now, in your submission, what made you leave IPID?
I left IPID after my after I blew a whistle. Then I got victimized, and subsequently I was offered a settlement agreement.
In your submission, remember you said that you were used by a Minister Peggy Tele, and the portfolio committee did not renew McBride, you know, as an IPID executive director. Can you elaborate on this?
The contract of I left IPID 19 September 2018, and the contract of McBride was due to expire the following year, February.
Yes.
So now the process of renewing a contract of the executive director, it has to go to the portfolio committee and go and be confirmed in the National Assembly. The minister should motivate why he recommend the renewal and why he's not intending to renew. So those are the motivation the minister, former Minister Peggy Tele, he submitted to portfolio committee that he's not intending to renew. And one of his reasons, then he used this report. And that report was deliberated in the portfolio committee. The portfolio committee issued a report that they are not intending to renew, and the report was adopted in the National Assembly.
Now, you said McBride and O'Sullivan hate you with passion. Can
Yes.
you summarize it for us? Why?
Because of this report.
The one which
the report I sent to Peggy Tele reporting all of their unethical conduct. Because in this report, it was not an anonymous. I wrote that it comes from me.
You mentioned that there's 2 cases registered against McBride and O'Sullivan. Which other 2 cases which are gathering dust? What is the status as we speak now with those 2 cases which you mentioned?
It's quiet about it.
What are those cases? Do you know? Do you have an idea?
Yeah, the other one will be corruption, defeating ends of justice, and so forth. the one that where Paul O'Sullivan was impersonating as an IPD officer and all that against Patlane. That is the one. The other one, it was in respect of the meeting that I was alluding here, where one of a former Hawks boss, Mokoteti, he registered a treason case, which also that case was nowhere to be seen.
So in other words as well, we have to have another witness, but I guess we have that chair of Prince Mokotedi. It's been mentioned many times, and I guess we have to have him with General Patlane here. Because your role in these cases was that task team where you plotted to have Patlane not getting a permanent appointment as a national commissioner, am I right?
That's correct.
Who idea was this?
Paul O'Sullivan was spearheading it, and McBride.
Now, was the minister aware of this?
No, I don't think so. Minister Pegicel.
Was not aware of this.
No, he was not.
So it was a clandestine operation within SAPS.
Yes.
You've mentioned General Esibia. Was he then the Hawk boss, or was he at national level? As you said 2018, he was not a deputy at that time. I guess he was with the province at that time, am I right?
No, he was at municipality.
So he was plotting whilst he was working for the city of Johannesburg?
Yes, he was not in the police.
Wow. Now, you've mentioned a DA member and an AfriForum member who attended your meeting at one of the most notorious gang star, who I think is still serving his sentence. Am I right? Then who is that house belonging to the state, or there's somebody, there's a family there of Cajun, if I'm right about the name?
It's now Paul O'Sullivan's house.
No, this is a mafia state.
That's the question again, Honorable Skosana.
I will, Chair.
I'll give you 30 seconds. Ask the question again.
Ask, Chair, this house, as we speak, somebody is serving a sentence in that house. And if my memory serves me well, we were told that house was auctioned.
Yes.
Am I right, Mr. Nkabinde?
Yes, that's correct.
So the guy who bought the house is Paul O'Sullivan.
That's correct.
Are you happy, Chair?
Whose house is this house you are asking the witness about?
It was Ketcher's house, the one who was arrested, who's serving a prison sentence.
The fugitive.
A fugitive. Which now confirms that even Paul O'Sullivan is a fugitive with those passports he possesses. Hence, Chair, I'm short of adjectives of how to describe these revelations which we are getting now here. Now, as I said earlier to you, that Advocate Johnson posed a few questions to her. Hence, I'm asking you, because you were with IPED, at least you are 3 in 1. You were with IPED, IPED, and you had the IDEC, and now as a chief of staff of the Minister Senzo Mkhune, am I right?
No, I've never been with IDEC.
Oh, you never been IDEC, so you have been IPED all the time.
SAPS and IPED. By the time IPED guys moved to IDEC, I was already outside.
Oh, okay. Now, in your view, what measures can we, as lawmakers, to help SAPS, with all what you told us today, that you have meetings. Hence, I was asking you if you remember the issue, those members, if you know them from AfriForum and the DA. Do you know those members? Are they top echelons in their structures?
Not really. They were just introduced like that.
But they were introduced as a DA member in that. And remember, we have Roke as well, a journalist. You said there was a journalist there.
Yes.
Perhaps, do you have the name?
No, I don't have a name. It was a white lady.
You know, how I wish that we had pictures, because as I have mentioned some of them here, you know, Karen Morgan, Marian Tam, Paul van Veek, you know, and you say it was a female, am I right?
Female white, yes.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure whether we can do that. There's cameras in that house, in Bedford View, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, this unethical conduct, is it for the first time we are reporting this to this ad hoc committee?
Yeah, it is the first time someone is listening to me about them.
But you did try to raise an alarm on these matters.
Hence, hence the report was sent to the minister.
Which minister?
Minister Bheki-Cele.
So Bheki-Cele did nothing about this?
I did nothing except use it not to renew the contract.
Your contract?
No, he only used this report not to renew McBride's contract, but he never done anything about it. It's the first time I talk about it. The only thing I know about this report is that I lost my job.
Now, if you remember the issue of the blue light, that contract which some few generals were arrested, am I right?
That's correct.
In your view, I think there was a police, a provincial commissioner, Tilang, in that blue light issue, am I right?
That's correct.
And there was General Mukwena in that arrest, am I right? There were about 8 or 9 or more. And General Patlane was a target, am I right?
That's it.
Because of this position which he perhaps would have been appointed for if there was no Patlane task team.
That's it.
I hope the president is listening. That in this country, at the top echelons, in 2017, I mean, in 2018, 2019, the state capture was indeed in a swing. And the media as well, whoever was there as well, because we know that they sponsored views poisoning our society. We are quite aware of that. Now, when did you last spoke to McBride?
I last spoke to him during my last day of work, 19 September 2018.
So, in your statement here, who's Mr. Temane Binang?
He was part of the task team. Now he works for IDEC.
He was part of the task team. And he was working for?
He was part of Patlane task team.
Yeah, what I'm saying, was he working for SAPS or was he working for?
The task team was for an IPID task team. Okay.
Now, you've mentioned as well SSA, if I listen to you carefully. Who, are you comfortable to give us the name? Because you've mentioned Mr. Sisoko from IPID, am I right? Before you went to IDEC. And you mentioned Mr. Kuba.
Yes.
Who was able to stop this investigation, am I right?
Yes, they were the heads.
Mr. Kuba, where is Mr. Kuba? Is he still with IPID?
Yes.
And Sisoko is IDEC, am I right?
Yes.
Now, there was a meeting which shortly before the African National Congress, in your statement, African National Congress conference, and they wanted to procure a crime intelligence equipment costing 45 million, which will be used during the conference. And however, that did not, that procurement did not succeed. Am I right?
Yes.
What was the plan? What was why was the police wanted to procure that equipment for the African National Congress conference, in your view?
No, the guy Hlongwane, Brigadier Hlongwane, was part of that meeting. He mentioned that a grabber worth 7 million, they were pushed to buy it for 45 million. That what he said. And then Mr. McBride then said the rest of the money was planned to be used for the conference.
Of the ANC.
ANC, yes.
In other words, they wanted to inflate the invoice of that equipment.
Because in that meeting, a special advisor of the then Minister of Police, he was part of that meeting, a special advisor of Fikile Mbalula, who was the Minister of Police by then.
So the special advisor of the current Secretary General of the ANC was involved in these shenanigans.
Was part of that meeting, yes.
Now, if you remember very, very, very well, I think as we speak here, General Vuma is still suspended. Am I right?
That's correct.
Why was she suspended? Do you know? Can you share maybe a minute if you know?
I think it's part of that that procurement. I'm not sure.
Now, the plan was to use one Brigadier Hlongwane. Is he still with the police as well?
I think it's been dismissed.
Because he's the one who was supposed to influence this procurement.
Yes.
I mean, procuring this machine. And Petle and yourself, you were supposed to fabricate a statement. Am I right?
Correct.
To achieve what?
To remove Mothiba as an acting national commissioner.
Oh, yes.
To pave the way of McBride.
Now, the 702 Barry Bateman at that time was used to for disinformation. Am I right?
Yeah, it was part of us.
So Barry Bateman was part of the Pahlane task team.
That's correct.
Mandla Kayise Mahlangu, you said he has passed on, unfortunately, if I heard you well. Was he a prosecutor or was he a policeman?
He was an investigator from IPID.
From IPID.
He was part of the task team.
So the executive director came up with a strategy to get 2 members from the DPCI to be seconded permanently to IPID. Who were those members?
It was Colonel Rulopse.
Colonel?
Rulopse.
Rulopse.
Captain McLean.
Captain McKay.
McLean.
McKay. Oh, I remember that name. Now, you know what we have done, Mr. Nkabinde, and to my honorable members and to South Africans, we will pray for you. You know, in all the you know, let me not say all. You've mentioned General Sibiya that he was part, remember?
Yeah.
And many people who are still working for SAPS. Am I right? You've made a recommendation in your statement because these are serious revelation indeed. And for me, I'm not sure about our state security because they should have known this. And this was supposed to be reported not only by you alone. As I said, Chair, I'm reserving my last 10 minutes.
No, you will be told by me what time is left.
Thank you. For now, I want to stop here because I wanted to make a follow-up at it. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.